Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Katherine Coleman. I'm the director of Lap Index Players, and this is our annual Hold the Tomato show. Thank you for
This is a show of our wackiest and silliest ideas. It involves everything. We got stand-up, we got storytelling, characters, we even got a lit roast.
Based in DC, but now that we're virtual, we have members in DC, New York, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan. We even have one member who's always somewhere in the world that I can't really keep track of.
And if you like what you see, remember to let us know in the chat. And if you want to join us next year, you can always audition at litcomedy.com. Also, you can donate money to help keep people like me, Katherine Coleman, still gainfully employed. Oh, and to help us keep making great content or something.
And if you stay tuned to the end, we even have some improv for you. So be thinking of those suggestions or whatever.
So now, without further ado, let's give a big hand to our opening act, who will be Caroline.
All right. Sorry about that. Those assholes they muted me somehow. They took away all of my privileges as director. So I hope they don't want to come back next year because they're not invited. Anyway, we're the Laugh Index Players, like they all just said, very annoyingly. This is the one part of the show I get to do. You know, it's my part. I don't get to act. I don't get to write. I get to intro the show, and they stole it from me. But anyway, it's a variety show. We got a lot going on for you. So now, actually, without further ado, it's time to welcome a little bit of stand-up from our dear friend Caroline Hibbert.
Hey, I hope you can all hear me. Okay, I'm going to do some stand-up because I thought, you know what people really missed from the pandemic? Zoom stand-up. Let's fucking bring it back, guys. Okay, can everyone believe it's the middle of July already? Time is flying. It's crazy. We're all going to be dead so soon. We are. I've always been really afraid of death. I have a lot of fears. I have a lot of emotions. I'm actually what's known as a highly sensitive person, or an HSP, which I know sounds like something that white people made up so we can cry in public, but it's a real thing. It just means I feel my emotions really intensely and I get overwhelmed easily. And on top of that, I'm sober. So I really just am like raw dogging the highway of life. No seatbelts at all, guys. I'm tired of feeling. I'm really sick and tired of it. I think I need a break from myself. I'd like to be a sociopath, but just for like a day. I think sociopath for a day sounds like a great VR experience. If someone wants to develop it, I'll pay for it. I think it's a great, worthwhile service. So go, do it. This is also a joke because I can't pay for it. I'm in debt. I'm in a significant amount of debt because I went to a liberal arts school, liberal arts college in the South. And hear me out. Like, I understand paying a high price tag for, like an Ivy, because saying that you went to Harvard or Yale really opens doors for you professionally. But in my case, I went to a school that costs just as much as Harvard, and no one knows what the fuck it is. Like, have any of you heard of Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee? I can't see the chat. Some of you know it because you know me, but otherwise you haven't heard of it. Do you know who our most famous alumni is? Drum roll, please. Everyone do a drum roll. It's Amy Coney Barrett, the real life Handmaid's Tale wife that just overturned Roe versus Wade. She is our most famous fucking alumni. It's really embarrassing. Yeah, when she was getting nominated, all these news channels were saying that she was a Rhodes Scholar. They were getting confused, but I get it, right? Because a Rhodes Scholar is the only Rhodes that fucking matters. Yeah. Okay, this is just a rant. I'm sorry, everyone. What can I complain about next? I'm an HSP, I'm an alcoholic, I'm in debt. I also have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Do we know what that is? A lot of people think it's just about being clean. It's more about like, if I don't move that sock over in the corner of my room 2 inches, my entire family is gonna die. It's a little more intense and you get fixated on things. So lately, I've been really fixated on my stove. I have a gas stove now and I'm convinced it's always on. I'm always double checking it before I leave. And I realized I am gaslighting myself, literally. That one was for me, everybody. I'm gaslighting myself. I'll leave you with this. After naming all of my ailments, I'm sure you're all like, Jesus Christ, I hope she doesn't reproduce. I'm not going to, unless the government makes me. That's a possibility. I've never really wanted kids. I do want to know what it's like to lay an egg, like just an unfertilized egg, like a chicken. I think that would be a really cool experience. The only reason I would want a child is to avoid getting drafted, because I think that's a good excuse to stay home, right? Because they are definitely going to draft women for World War III. But instead, it's just going to be me and my empty womb sitting in a trench in the Ukraine regretting all my life decisions, right? That's how it's going to go. That's how we still fight wars, right? In trenches. I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's accurate. Guys, see, me and my silly woman brain, I can't go to war because I don't understand how it works. All right. Thank you all so much. The folks at the open mic at the Tiny Cupboard have not enjoyed that set, but I hope you all did. So enjoy the rest of the freaking show.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your furnace. It's the 2022 Laugh Index Roast. Introducing your roasters.
What's up, everybody? I'm Katherine Coleman, and I'm director.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your furnace. It's the 2022 Laugh Index Roast. Introducing your roasters.
What's up, everybody? I'm Katherine Coleman, and I'm director, head writer, and I live on the Upper West Side with my rich, handsome husband. You kids think you can roast me? Pfft, do your worst.
My name's Kaz. Like Madonna and Gandhi, I only need one. These clowns can't shake me, because I'm Ukrainian, bitches. We stand strong.
Charlotte Otremba here. What are you fools gonna say about me? I'm a 6-foot blonde with a Manhattan lifestyle. Knock me down a peg, I'm still on top.
My name is Nick Phillips, known for my deadpan delivery and unbreakable stone face. Think you can crack this rock? I'd like to see you try.
I'm Caroline Hibbert, and I'm brand new to New York City. You simps think New York can fight dirty? I raised foster cats in DC. Y'all don't know what dirty is.
Julie McNamara, bringing the spunk of the Irish. I'm a certified yoga instructor, so it'll take a lot to get me bent out of shape.
I'm Roxie Pell, and I live every day with anxiety and depression. So there's nothing you can say to me that I haven't already heard from the voices in my head. Let's go.
I'm Tyler J. Oakley. I'm stoned. Let's just get started. Round 1.
Julie is a yoga instructor, as you know. We do because we always hear her say namaste,
Namaste, indeed.
which is also what her friends say when she invites them to her comedy shows. Not, I'm a stay home.
Clever, Nick, but I'm not going to take that lying down. As a woman, I won't sit down and shut up. I tried that, but then Eugene accused me of stealing his act.
So Caroline, how's it feel to turn 30 and already be the crazy cat lady?
It's not so bad, though I do have to clean up the occasional hairball.
Really?
Yeah, but let's face it, if a pussy never coughed up a hairball, how would Kaz have ever been born?
Hey there, Katherine. In our best of show, you famously said,
I do wish I was Colin Jost.
honey, you head right for a comedy show, live on the Upper West Side, and married way outside your tax bracket. Between that and the haircut, I think you are Colin Jost.
Hey there, Mr. Oakley.
What's up, Katherine?
Gotta say, I really loved you in Morbius.
That was Jared Leto.
Sorry, I meant you killed it in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
That was Nick Cage.
Okay, well, you did great in The Passion of
You're not getting warmer here.
Tyler, I know you're not Nick Cage, but you do truly have massive talent.
Thank you.
As for when we'll see any of it, that's The Unbearable Weight.
Whoa!
But seriously, Tyler, just go ahead and admit you were born to virgin parents.
Why?
To give Nick hope that he can someday be a father.
I'm saving myself for Jesus.
Round 2.
Can we talk about this past season for a second? Roxie, you wrote a sketch called Jobs for Kids starring a fucking giraffe.
So?
You cast a puppet to play the giraffe when Charlotte is standing right here.
Julie, you're great in At Home with Annabelle Marie.
Thank you.
It's a sketch about a mentally ill woman who stays home and cries about being single. That's what we call a character sketch, and what Roxie calls a biopic.
And let's not forget Big Dollar, the one where Kaz goes to a French restaurant and can't pay his bill.
Look, I was gonna pay the French for some over-embellished bullshit, but then Eugene accused me of stealing his act.
What about that one sketch by Charlotte, Mark Poppins?
Yeah, what about it?
Bro, watching Kaz sit on the rail and spank himself was the worst thing I've seen someone do to a Ukrainian this year.
Tyler, I know the team is called Lit, but did you have to be high for your own pitch meeting sketch?
I was not.
Dude, the only thing more stoned than you was Nick's delivery.
Oh! And let's not forget how many sketches Tyler narrated. Tyler, you are made for voiceover.
I'm glad you think so.
Not just me. Anyone who's looked at you would agree.
And how about Roxy's sketch where she was a suspect in her roommate's missing person case?
I have demons in my head, okay? This is how I stay balanced.
Bitch, you're about as well balanced as Joe Biden on a bike.
Here's a fun fact. After the show where Julie had a sex scene with Nick, Julie's mom texted her, quote, "Fun, but not one of my faves."
That's true.
And weirdly enough, that's also what Nick said right after he climaxed.
How did she know?
Well, I'll remind everyone that we've now seen 3 sketches from Caroline that start with a woman looking for her vibrator.
Guilty.
And the minute we learned Caroline was down to get fucked by a robot, Nick slid into her DMs.
How did she know?
Round 3. What's up, Kaz, my fellow Queens local?
How you doing, buddy?
Did y'all know that Kaz actually works at the 9/11 Museum?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because if it wasn't bad enough that they flew planes into the towers, now every day they fly a blimp into the memorial.
Never forget. Charlotte, you look like the pill-popping soccer mom who gets way too excited when the pool boy comes over.
Yeah, you wish you had my pool.
Caroline, everything about your look says, can I speak to the manager?
And given how her career's going, that might be the only way for her to ever actually get one.
Roxy, you look like the girl who tells me to check my privilege right before she reminds her dad to pay the rent.
I wouldn't object to either.
I think the three of you should get a reality TV show. We'll call it Cucked, Karen, and Canceled.
All right, that's it. I'm calling the count. We are the Laugh Index players, and even if we don't always say the nicest things, we are a family. And I'm from Alabama.
So I guess that means we're invited to an orgy after the show.
Knockout.
It's the story of the middle sister who was never as loved as the oldest. Marsha's pretty and popular. It's the story of the middle sister who was never as loved as the oldest. Marsha's pretty and popular, and everyone loves her, and Finvi's cute and boldest. It's the story of how no one missed her when she decided to run away from home. Even though she now has a dad and 3 brothers, they didn't pick up the phone. For the only one who really cared was Alice. And she's not even in the family. Well, that's harsh. But when I was found, they made fun of my wig. That's why no one cares for Jan, only Marsha, 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 Marsha. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha! That's why no one cares for Jan, only Marsha, Marsha!
All right, everybody. I hope you're enjoying our show so far. We got a lot more for you. Again, if you like what you are seeing, you can go to our website at litcomedy.com to donate to support our programs. We got a lot more going for you tonight. We have got some characters. We've got some storytelling for you. We've got some more song parodies, and we've even got some improv here at the end. But right now, it's time to give it up for the universe. Wait. Kaz, hold on. It's messed up. Hold on. And now you're on.
You're on right now.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I was on my way here, but then the moon started phasing and I had to find the changing station and time just got away from me. You know, I haven't rested in like 12.8 billion years. You know, there's no manual for being the universe. It's like 1 minute you're gestating space-time and then bang! You have to make sure it all keeps going until your inevitable heat death. I'm sorry, I don't mean to unload on you. It's just, you're the void. Like, nobody expects anything from you. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, you're nothing. No, I'm sorry. What I mean is you're literally no thing. No laws, no phenomena, no matter. I mean, have you ever tried looking after 2 trillion galaxies? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, that's enough. Let's just focus on brunch, okay? Oh, hey, so are you still single? Really? What happened to that guy that was into you? Nietzsche. Oh, he died. I told you he was thirsty. To be honest, I'm trying to stay away from people nowadays. Well, I'm trying to. You have all these 20-something plant parents, dropping into my DMs with all of their intentions and desires. It's like, I wish Earth still believed in God. I mean, I'm proud of Earth and everything that it does, but I just wish there would be a little more like the rest of its solar system, Like the sun has such a bright future. It's a star, even if it does think that everything revolves around it. And Mercury is so supportive, except for when it's in retrograde. And Venus, well, Venus has a chip on its shoulder. It's always comparing itself to Earth. But Mars recently went red, and it's been checking its privilege. It even offered its water supply to Earth. I don't think it's drinkable, but I hope that its actions have some kind of effect on the asteroid belt, and hopefully it reassesses all of its gatekeeping. Now, Jupiter, it's always been tempestuous, and Saturn is going through its bohemian phase with wearing all of these rings. But at least my twins are doing okay. Okay, well, Neptune likes its distance, and how was I supposed to know that humans were going to call their buttholes after Uranus? But at least my baby Pluto is doing okay. I mean, it's still figuring out its identity, but I totally support it. Ugh, look at me talking about my planets again. I'm sorry. How are you? Let's hear a little bit about you. What are you up to? Yeah. I'm sorry. Have you seen my comet anywhere? No? Oh, fuck. Shit. Hale-Bopp! 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 Hale-Bopp, get away from that planet! Hale-Bopp, leave it! I said leave it! I'm sorry. Did we even order yet? Do you want to split something? I don't know if I could eat a home meal. Recently I feel like I just keep expanding. Uh-oh, just give me a second here. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just some people aren't comfortable seeing my dark matter. Ow! No, it's fine. It's just the black holes are extra hungry today. What's that? Oh, no, thank you for the compliment, but I don't think I'm really keeping it together. I just try to keep things in perspective. At the end of the day, we're all just standing on top of a giant turtle.
Seatbelts, everyone! Children, we're going to have so much fun! It's completely safe and legal. This is not a normal field trip. Buckle up and take the ride. There's our napping classmate. Open his mouth, we might go inside. We explore science in the classroom and the world. So come inside this great bus. It will even make my hair curl. I run a special class. Outer space is completely safe. I run a special class. Our students are subjects. I run a special class. The parents never find out. I run a special class. They're having fun, aren't they? Never say never, dear kids. Our field trips will not lack. Where there's a way, there's a will. I clearly know my facts. I run a special class. It's completely legal, I swear this bus is. Come and join my special class. Climb aboard, children and Liz. What are you anyway? A lizard? Something like that.
All right, everybody. Again, I hope you're enjoying the show. Sorry for any technical difficulties tonight. You know, we usually pre-record everything, and I'm starting to remember why. It turns out, live things, they're live, and they are prone to hiccups. But, we're figuring it out. Maybe next year we'll be ready to go with some more live stuff for you. But nonetheless, you're still getting some pretty good content tonight. So again, I hope you're enjoying it. We've still got some more coming up for you, some more storytelling, some more songs, maybe some more miming, and definitely some improv. But right now what we have for you is a little story from our friend Nick. He's always cracking me up, always doing the funniest things. So I'm really excited to see what he tells us tonight. And so without further ado, Nick Phillips.
It was the beginning of my junior year in college, and I was going to be living in the townhouse complex on campus with 4 other guys, Buddha, Billy, Callie, and Conroy. Now, Buddha and Billy, they were a bit more reserved and introverted like me, but secretly I wanted to be like my other 2 housemates, Callie and Conroy, who were universally hated because they just partied too hard. They were wild party animals. Anyway, it was the day before classes started, and we went to Stop and Shop to go food shopping. And I knew what I wanted to get: a box of ice cream sandwiches, because in my house, when I was growing up with my family, my mom always kept the freezer stocked with Blue Bunny brand Neapolitan ice cream sandwiches. So I got some for myself, except I got the store brand because it's cheaper, and I got the vanilla ice cream ones because that's better than Neapolitan. I'm sorry, Mom. And Callie and Conroy decided to buy some beer because they decided that they should start the year off with a bang and throw a party on the first night. Callie had some contacts among the freshmen, so he knew he could pack the house with people for the party. And, I wanted to get into more partying, so I thought this was a good idea. So when the party was going to be starting soon, I went to take a shower to get ready. And when I was ready, I went downstairs and the party had already started. And I looked at the crowd of people and realized what a bad idea this was, because there was not really any room to walk. I couldn't see my friends Buddha or Billy anywhere. And then I got a text on my Samsung X105, which I pulled out, and I saw Buddha had texted me, "How's the party?" And I texted him back, "This is so weird. I foot low those poople." I was trying to say, this is so weird, I don't know these people, but, I was just so drowning in people and autocorrect, it's hard to keep track of everything. So I found out that Buddha and Billy were hanging out at our other friend's townhouse, so I grabbed an ice cream sandwich on the way and headed off to hang out with them. When we got back that night, the party was over. There was a huge mess, red Solo cups all over the floor. And I saw there was also an ice cream sandwich wrapper. I thought, that's weird. Who brings an ice cream sandwich to a party? And then I realized, oh God, no. And I checked the freezer and my box of ice cream sandwiches was empty. Those fucking kids ate all of my ice cream sandwiches. I can call them kids because they're freshmen. So I was pretty pissed off about this. And then on Friday that week, they decided they wanted to have another party. But I told them I don't want them eating any of my food. we went to Stop and Shop again. I bought more ice cream sandwiches this time. And I bought some zip ties because I wasn't fucking around now. And they bought some more beer for the party. I fortified the fridge while we were preparing for the party. I wrapped the whole fridge in zip ties and the freezer and the cabinets just to be sure. So no one was getting into that fridge. And then Conrad was like, hey, where are we going to put the beer now? So they inflated a kiddie pool in the living room, filled it with ice, and put the cans of beer in there, which was a perfect solution. The party started, and I wasn't going to stay because my friend was having a birthday party at his townhouse, so I just left with Buddha and Billy. So I wasn't present for this party at my townhouse, but I heard that it was pretty wild, and because of this party, Callie and Conroy got kicked out of the townhouse complex. Not sure exactly why, but I do know one thing. That night, my ice cream sandwiches were safe.
Howdy, y'all! I said, howdy, y'all! Why is a Texas-born squirrel living under the sea? Well, of all of the creatures who live down below, squirrels are the best. The squids and the starfish and sponges bring woes. Squirrels are the best. We have the best brains and the best karate. Squirrels are the best. On sea or on land, ours is the best way. Squirrels are the best. 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 That's right, we are. Especially from Texas.
All right, everybody, we are almost to the end of our show. But before we let you go, it's time to. I think this might be the first improv of the entire season at Lit Comedy. We've done all sketch all season, and now it's time to let the players have a little fun with it. So go ahead, be putting some suggestions in the chat. You know how improv works. They ask for a suggestion, you yell something out. You can't do that. It's virtual. So put it in the chat. Make sure you just send any word that comes to mind. I promise they're going to make something brilliant out of it because we have brilliant performers. So a few of our Laugh Index players are going to do some improv for you. Their team is called Get Wrecked. I was told specifically to do the hand motion. So I'm really excited to see what it is. And without further ado, please welcome Get Wrecked.
Hello, everyone. I was on mute. We're Get Wrecked. Double rock on. I see that people are putting suggestions in the chat box. Not putting suggestions in the chat box. All we need from you guys is but one suggestion of a single word. Okay, Tyler has given us squirrel. And Katherine has given us paper. Since Katherine is not on the improv team, we're going to go with paper. Does everybody have that? Paper? All right. Paper. Thank you, paper.
Oh, Mary, yeah. Come in, sit down. Woo. Listen, I understand why you called this meeting to discuss the grade you got on your last paper, but I got to tell you, I mean, a C- is really all this deserves, and that's being generous. It's because I like you.
Listen, Mr. Hedges, I feel like you might have misunderstood the thesis of my paper, okay? This class is called History of Paper.
Right.
So I wrote an essay about the one time that I made this really cool paper airplane and everybody in class thought it was really awesome.
Yeah.
And that's just fully about something that happened with paper. So I don't understand why I would get a C- on that.
Okay, you're getting half of this right, Mary. History of paper. You nailed the paper. That airplanes is the way of the future, not the way of the past. I've spoke to every paper technologist on this, and the airplane is the future of paper travel. When we say history of paper, we're talking carving stuff into stone tablets. We're talking Moses wishing he had paper. If he hadn't dropped the tablet, it wouldn't have, I mean, if it was made out of paper, we would have had the last 15 commandments or, the number.
Yeah, it was a solid 15. I think he doled out 15 commandments on that slab right there. But
Mary, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This sort of talk is what I need to see on the page.
Sir, this is a liberal arts university. We're supposed to be open to new ideas. Am I to understand that we're considering airplanes to be some sort of futuristic technology that we're afraid to discuss in the hallowed halls of academia? Because I, sir, am unafraid. Airplanes, be they paper or metal, I will discuss them.
You're not afraid of airplanes.
I'm a little bit afraid to get on an airplane, but
you're a New Yorker.
Yeah, so that's normal. I mean, you get it. This is NYU, so we're all terrified of airplanes.
But if you learned anything, yeah, Peter.
Sorry,
hi.
Did somebody mention 9/11?
You briefly, we more alluded to planes in a New Yorker, so I don't know where you pulled 9/11 from that.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but
yeah.
As a fellow New Yorker, when I hear planes in New York, I immediately assume 9/11, and I ran over to make sure that I was part of the conversation so I could let you know exactly where I was on that day.
Right, yeah, but Peter, this is NYU, so this isn't really New York. I mean, I know that you're from Queens, and so you got a job here, and 9/11 is kind of a big part of your mythology, but I'm from Westchester, okay? I'm from the suburbs. So I was safe. I was locked away in my little suburban cocoon when that happened. I know I'm not supposed to say this, but I've honestly forgotten. At this point, I've forgotten the events of that particular day.
I mean,
someone say Chinatown? I heard Chinatown, so I come.
I got nothing for this one. You guys take it away.
Wait,
Thanks
ma'am.
Thanks for showing up.
Are you a student here at NYU? You're also in my class, right? with
You
Mr.
just
Hedges?
profile
Yes,
him?
sir. Yes, sir. I here for doing the paper exam. I did the paper exam and I scored the A plus.
Are you fucking wait? Can you tell me for once what was your paper on? What was your here I go again talking about paper. What did you write your paper on?
Yes, sir. My paper was very long. I wrote a paper that was 500 pages on paper. So I wrote the paper on paper.
Okay, so Mr. Hedges, I'm
You can
my
call me
fellow
Russell.
classmate. I can call you what?
Russell.
That feels inappropriate.
Okay.
Okay, Russell. So my fellow classmate is saying that she wrote 500 pages on the subject of paper. I wrote 600 pages about my awesome paper airplane, and that's like just as much paper, and yet you've given me a C minus, and you've given her an A plus.
I take issue with the idea that 500 pages is just as much paper as 600. That's a 20% markup, number one.
Let's get to the core of this issue. You're punishing me because I forgot about 9/11.
All right, let's say it. Never forget. And you forgot. You had one job. A C minus is the best I can do.
I didn't read that was a requirement on the syllabus.
You didn't have to. You were in Long Island.
This crazy city.
That's why.
And cut.
And thing. Ow.
Did you get a paper cut?
Yeah. That was it was bad. It was. I'm bleeding. It's
you're. Yep.
It's,
That's blood. That's I don't have any band-aids. Let me let me just I have this sock. Let me just wrap this sock around.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
I don't know. I mean, I've only been working at this Urban Outfitters for like 2 weeks. I don't know if we're supposed to use the garments as like to cauterize a wound, but
I mean, do you think they have a first aid kit or something? I mean, if they don't have it, then how do we stem this blood?
Yeah, let me check in the back. I'm not seeing. Oh, wait a second. There's something here. I think it's a first aid kit, but it's called the Sunrise Navajo Hipster Brooklyn Felt Experience Band-Aid set.
Are you looking for Band-Aids?
Sorry.
You looking for Band-Aids back there?
Yeah, the manager.
Yeah, I just accidentally cut my hand off in the other aisle near the shorts. So if you have like some gauze or some kind of tourniquet.
Oh my God. They really did not prepare me for this at my Urban Outfitters employee training.
Yeah, do you have something back there?
So would you like a shirt?
Do you have like a hot iron so I can just, burn the wound closed? Getting a lot of blood all over this shirt. I guess that's a way to buy new shirts.
Well, there's this graphic tee on it that says, "I'm a sexy baby, but that doesn't mean I'm not a feminist." Let me just wrap that around your hand. It's not really helping.
Well, it's stemming the blood a little bit.
Okay. Whew.
Hi there. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. How's everyone doing? Listen, I incurred a small cut while I was over in the pants aisle. Does anyone have like a bandage I can put on this?
Did you lose your arm? What?
Oh yeah, I lost my arm in an auto wreck 3 years ago. I'm very sensitive about that. Did you?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh God. Oh my God. They brought
and
this
now
up
you
in
have to
training.
talk about
Fuck,
my disability. I find
They're
that just very insensitive.
They're totally unrelated. I'm sorry.
Why would you think I cut my arm off in the aisle? What kind of shit?
I don't know why I
think
think that. I thought. Well, there is something in the back here for somebody if you cut off your arm, but I'm assuming that you don't want that.
I did not cut off my arm.
You didn't cut. No, that you didn't cut off your own. Yeah.
Would it work on my hand?
Who had no business behind the wheel cut off my arm.
There is a T-shirt here. It's another graphic T-shirt, and it says that I have 2 arms, but it would be just as okay if I only had one. # don't be ableist. It's sort of like a new line that we're.
You just had that sitting around. You just had that.
This is Urban
I'm so
Outfitters. We
sorry.
have graphic
I'm
t-shirts
so
for
sorry.
everything.
We're just having a really bad night here, okay? And we're gonna make it up for you, okay? Here we have a cardigan. We have a cardigan, and I know it belongs to Urban Outfitters, and you can have it. And I just know that it costs an arm and a leg, but we're waiving that.
No.
What did I
Jamie,
say?
why did you said
What did I say?
it's an expression. I don't know if you
Oh,
do
yeah.
you know that expression, or I shouldn't ask you if you know that expression.
I feel he very much expressed himself.
Oh, we're gonna get sued.
Yeah.
Anthony.
I'll just take that shirt now. And guy in the back, could you give me a hand?
Newspapers.
Yes. Have you read any of the headlines today?
The events of the day.
The new comings and goings, as it were, the new things, or news for short.
It seems, my good friend, that every day I awaken, there's another new thing going on that hadn't happened the previous day.
Indeed, it's almost like no, there is no such thing as stasis. Nothing stays the same. Every moment of our lives, things are changing, and sometimes they are put on the written page.
Ooh, well, just us here, two intellectuals sitting on the stoop of our apartment as roommates.
Indeed, the one that we have both lived in for quite a long time.
Yes, we're 24 years old.
That's
It's
right.
a very long time to be alive.
24, and it's just like yesterday that we moved in. An event that is no longer in the present, but of course in the past, because
And if it's
time
in the
keeps moving.
Oh, well, but sir, I hear you that you assert that time keeps moving, and I counter, my good sir, that perhaps there are times in the space-time continuum when time, in fact, comes to a standstill.
What? This is highly unprecedented. Ugh. Never in all of my days of reading the paper have you ever put forth such a proposition.
Hi, sorry to interrupt you. This may sound really weird. I just dropped out of the space-time continuum. I don't know where in the timeline I am. Could I borrow one of those newspapers? Just briefly.
Oh my good man, you're in Williamsburg.
We are in Williamsburg, the home of intellectuals.
Yes.
Who discuss current events and philosophical concepts.
Would you care for a latte?
King Williams has got a borough now? Is that what I'm hearing?
The king, he says, the king.
I'm in London. That's what I'm hearing.
You're in London?
Williams, I know London's got a Soho. It may have a Williamsburg. You're speaking in British accents. Could I just borrow the newspaper very...
We are simply refined.
Oh, it seems another traveler has appeared from the wormhole above our apartment.
I fly paper plane. Where am I?
Oh my good sir. Well, you're in Williamsburg, New York.
In the God-preserved borough of Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Booking. Okay.
You seem stunned, my sir. Here, perhaps you should have a newspaper.
Yes, sir. I look at the paper.
But be not alarmed, my friend. Every single day, there are new things happening. And you never know. New papers to read.
You never know, because there's always more knowing to be known.
Yeah, apparently Brooklyn turned refined at some point. Didn't see that one coming.
And cut. Hey, what's up? Cowpad 69. It's me, Danny Girl 75, tweeting at you via Twitter DM. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, nothing much. Real estate agent. 67. Delete. Definitely 20 years old. Coming to you from Twitter.
Okay, my friend. I see that you said you're definitely 20 years old. That seems a little suspicious to me, if I'm being honest, and not trying to make anyone feel self-conscious around here. I feel like a 20-year-old would probably just say that they were 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? Send.
Hey, do you always talk about age? Because age-wise, I'm definitely 20. Shit, I gotta rename.
Hey guys, Birdwatcher 65 here. This seems like a private conversation on twitter.com. Do you mind if I butt in with my own personal opinions and ideas?
Butt away, Birdwatcher.
Thanks. Have you heard of replacement theory? Question mark.
No. Send.
Oh man.
Birdwatcher 69. I'm only 10 years old, but I heard that that's something that you're not supposed to talk about on the internet.
This is probably true, and it's why many of us great patriots have been silenced. Here, check out this YouTube link.
Wow. When I joined twitter.com, I never expected to be talking to a real live actual person who's only 20 years old and another person with nothing but the purest of intentions teaching me about academic concepts that will only better me as a person. Send.
Hi, I'm Paw Patrol 414, and I am this many years old. Send attachment. Send.
Hi, Paw Patrol. Another person who is only a child. Seems totally legit to me.
Hey guys, I just want to say it seems totally normal that children are on the internet. Definitely nothing strange. Block!
I heard we weren't supposed to talk about replacement theory here. Is that why he got blocked? Question mark. Send.
No. Send. He was talking about things he shouldn't be talking about.
Oh, so like Bruno? Question mark.
Is that a joke about Encanto, Sen?
No, it was a guy from Fight Club, but I can't get into that. I'm 3. Send.
I also haven't seen Fight Club. I'm 10. Send.
Right.
I haven't seen Fight Club, and I'm 20.
Why do you both keep sending me winky emojis? Send.
Because one of my eyes has dust in it. Send. This is the most effective way for me to communicate my ailments. I'm 3. Send.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the info. It's always fun to learn new things on the internet. Send.
Hey guys, Birdwatcher 61 here, and I'm definitely a different guy. I heard you like learning about new things. Well, I have a few new things I'd love to teach you.
Like what?
Have you ever heard of this thing called the replacement? Block!
And blackout. And that's our show.
That's our show.
Okay, I thought that was the end, but I wasn't sure. So now they're off screen. They're done. I now understand how an improv set ends. That was enjoyable. Remember, if you liked that, you can go to litcomedy.com to purchase a t-shirt that says, I have 2 arms, but it'd be okay if I only had one. Hashtag don't be ableist. We will be selling those for $45 a pop. I'm so glad that you joined us tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, if you like what you see, you can go to litcomedy.com and either buy those shirts or just donate money to support our programs. We've got another show in August coming up. We're hoping it'll be a live show, so stay tuned for information on that to our social channels at Lit Comedy. And yeah, make sure while you're here, while you're on YouTube, check out all of our old content. We have a season's worth of sketches for you to see. Like, subscribe, bell, all that jazz. And we will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.